We are here today to honor the latest honoree, the latest person who is going to appear on the Matinee Mass Media Wall of Fame. And we could not move the wall down to the studio. Walls are often difficult to move. So feel free to visit it upstairs. It is a work in progress. But we started many years ago, every year, adding one or two people to this group of photos and plaques explaining who has made a significant contribution to the mass media industry, who has supported our program and the media in our community, and some of our alums who we are exceptionally proud of. And there's a picture of one of them. Can any of you find Dusty? When I started thinking about 1992, I did not realize how long ago it was. For many of you don't know me, my name's Jill Gibson, and I am the chair of the coordinator of the Matinee Mass Media Program. And 1992 was the year I started at Amarillo College. And I don't remember that we dressed like that. But apparently we did. Terrifyingly enough, Mike Haynes has immortalized the Ranger Christmas parties every year, and they're on a wall in the newsroom, and it's kind of like playing Watch Us Age. And it's getting a little disturbing, but has everyone found Dusty, or do I need to point him out? Yes? Okay. So Dusty came to Amarillo College in the 90s and quickly became a member of the AC student media staff, writing for our college newspaper, The Ranger, and then becoming the editor of The Ranger. And I don't know if you can see the cartoon. It's pretty hard to see here, but the cartoon is a tent in front of this building during spring break, because that's the only time you could find a spot to park. You can see that a lot of the issues that we talk about today were covered in The Ranger back then in the 90s, and the man whose name the program now bears received an award when Dusty was the editor. Dusty also wrote for The Current and apparently skydived for The Current, and that is the Amarillo College student magazine. There's some copies of it scattered around on the table. And so that was one of the types of experience he got while he was here. When he left us, he went to Channel 7, KVII TV, and started working on air and met some interesting people, as you can see from that photo. And then somehow he must have scoured the internet to erase any video of his time on the air. Because I looked, and it was very, very difficult. But I did find this one clip. Current, unless you look at Dusty and realize some time has passed. Oh, come on.
There's an issue at hand in Texas, and it will affect you. It's the right to carry a concealed weapon. Will a return to the laws of the Old West mean a decrease in the Texas crime rate?
I'm Dusty Green. Join me for a Pro News series where we'll talk to those who support and oppose the right to carry concealed weapons, and we'll explore how that will affect you.
Watch a special Pro News series, Concealed Weapons, all next week on Pro News at 6 and 10, only on the Panhandle's News Channel.
I didn't want him to know in advance. I didn't know how much trouble I would get in. So Dusty was very successful at KVII and moved up to anchor and news director. And then he did something which shocked many of us, scared many of us. He and his wife, Nikki, who's here today, said, we're going to go on an adventure. We're going to sell all our stuff, and we are going to become travel show producers, and we don't need a house. We are going to go for the dream. And there might have been a few people who thought, wow, they're crazy. How many days till they're back? Selling the house probably made it harder to come back. But as all of us know, they were very successful and had many adventures, and this is the trailer from their first season. I think this is definitely proof that AC's slogan, "Start here, go anywhere," we're not kidding. Start here, go everywhere, and I think they have. Oops, let me go back. Start here, go back.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's roll. Bust your jackass.
The excitement's in the air.
High five.
High five.
High five. High five.
High five.
So yeah, it's a hell of a day. Wish us luck.
In a matter of 4 hours, Dusty Green and his wife Nikki held a garage sale and got rid of nearly all of their material things.
Once we sold the first thing, then the second thing was easier, and the third thing was easier. And
This is what we're going to be living out of. We're going really where the wind blows us.
Okay, so I guess we should start with introductions.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Dusty.
That was really good.
Where do we go from there? Yeah, why don't you tell the story, or at least get into the story, because it's kind of a long story. Make a short version, and I'll start packing.
Okay, so several years ago, Dusty and I decided that we were going to quit our jobs, sell everything we had, and travel the world.
So yeah, we love travel. That's our passion. It's our addiction.
In these last few years, we have done some really, really incredible stuff.
Better believe it. Video.
So we started the blog, and we started doing these videos as a way to take you along with us.
24 hours, we're here.
But we never dreamed that we would ever get the opportunity to do something like this. We're now traveling the world on the adventure of 100 lifetimes.
Blow your doors off.
From the Arctic to the Antarctic and everywhere in between.
Whose idea was this?
I don't know.
And trying not to kill each other along the way.
We're just screwing this whole thing up.
so mad at you.
So come with us to the world's most incredible places.
Cheers.
And ride along on the most incredible adventures on the planet. This is our chance to show you that if you don't get out and explore, if you don't travel, this is what you're missing.
Definitely turned on us. Cool.
Awesome. We are hauling ass.
It is epic. It is incredible.
Incredible. So this is why we love travel.
You guys ready to take a ride?
Well, as you can see, they have been just about everywhere. They have been all over the world and have been very successful. But now, Dusty and Nikki are about to take a step to somewhere they haven't been, and that's Panhandle PBS. The show is going to be airing on Panhandle PBS starting this fall. And Ellen Green has some comments about that.
Yeah, we're really excited. I wanted to speak about this, but I'm kind of in awe because I had no idea, Dusty, that you came here when Paul Matney had hair. Who knew? That was a long time ago. And the other thing is I'd like to make a quick announcement. I've got a Honda CR-V 2012 for sale, a house, and a deer head, and a lot of clothes if anybody wants to do it, because we all want to go with you. And now we have the opportunity to go with them. I'm really excited to announce that Panhandle PBS is going to air Two for the Road starting in the fall. Dusty promises he has 2 seasons already edited, right, Dusty and Nikki? And they're starting on the 3rd. In fact, they're starting on the 3rd this summer with their travels, and so we're so excited. But it doesn't stop at Panhandle PBS. We are going to offer it to every Texas PBS station, to the PBS stations in Oklahoma and in New Mexico, and soon the world. So look for Nikki and Dusty and Two for the Road this fall, Thursday nights on Panhandle PBS. If you can't watch it when it airs live, it's always at panhandlepbs.org. You can see it whenever you have time to watch it. And then they'll be we'll be saying we knew him when. That's all I'm saying. So, thank you.
They are truly an inspiration for all of my students. This is the dream that people say, well, you can't do that. And this is proof. Sure you can. So Mike Haynes, who first began the Mass Media Wall of Fame a few years ago, is now going to share with us the plaque that we are going to be putting up on the wall. Let me show you the wall. There it is. Commemorating Dusty and adding him to this esteemed group.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. One thing that I didn't remember about Dusty is how versatile he is. I don't know if you noticed in those pictures of the Ranger, he was an excellent writer in every aspect. He wrote some reviews, news stories, interviewed. You wrote about President Carter. And even the cartoon that you saw there with that column that he wrote, he was a cartoonist, and in that one story about the Texas Intercollegiate Press Association, it mentioned that he got a statewide award for editorial cartooning. So I had forgotten, like I said, how versatile he was. He's one of those students who, after about the first week they're on campus, you know, your main goal is don't screw him up. You know, just he's already got talent. So I'm going to just read what's on the plaque, and this will be up on the second floor of Parcells Hall forever. Dusty Green, news director, anchor, KVII TV, and travel videographer. Dusty Green began his life as a storyteller at a very young age when one day he picked up his family's VHS video camera and began using it to craft short stories, films, and animations about his life growing up in the small town of Borger, Texas. After graduating from Borger High School in 1991, where he served as editor of both the student newspaper and the Borgen Yearbook, Green decided to pursue a career in professional journalism and enrolled at Amarillo College, where he wrote for the Ranger and eventually became editor of AC's award-winning student newspaper. Thanks to the guidance and support of his mentors at AC, in 1993, Green landed a part-time job as an assistant producer at KVII TV Channel 7 in Amarillo, where his job duties initially included ripping scripts, writing teases, and running the teleprompter. He spent the next 15 years working at KVII, rising from assistant producer to reporter to anchor and eventually news director in 2001. During his tenure at KVII, he won a number of awards, including Best Reporter honors from the Texas Associated Press Broadcasters and Best Documentary honors from the TAPB for Channel 7's work in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Despite his love for broadcasting and for KVII, in 2007, Dusty and his wife Nikki, who is from Claude, by the way, decided to do the unthinkable. They quit their jobs, sold all their possessions, and decided to pursue their dreams of traveling and owning their own production company. They co-founded Stone Ranch Media in 2008 and soon found success producing videos and telling stories for clients across the United States and Canada. During this time, they also began producing videos of their many adventures around the world, and in 2012, they launched their own adventure travel web series, Two for the Road. Through their work together as Two for the Road, they have won numerous awards in the travel industry, have appeared in USA Today and on the Travel Channel, in addition to other national recognition. Then in 2016, working with the staff at Panhandle PBS, formerly KACV TV, they developed Two for the Road for television for its initial 8-episode season, bringing Dusty's long career full circle back to Amarillo College where it began. So Dusty, these will be on the wall. I'm going to give you a copy of what's on the plaque, and congratulations.
Thank you.
For those of you who attend this event, you know that Paul Matney is usually here, and that means that today, because Paul is out of town, our event will be shorter than usual. Which means, Dusty, you have more time to make some remarks.
Which means the meeting is not going to be shorter than usual after all. Wow, you'll have to forgive me because I get pretty nervous and I get pretty emotional. So I'll try to power my way through this, okay? But please don't judge my broadcasting and speech skills based on what you see here. It's been a wild ride, and this is part of that wild ride, and it's still kind of hard to believe. But I will say that it's good to be home. We've sort of been without a home since we left Amarillo 10 years ago, when we had this crazy idea that we were going to do this with our lives. And it's great to be home in the sense that not only we're back in the Panhandle, because we are now living back in the Panhandle when we're not traveling, so we're so excited about that, but to be home back here at Amarillo College and at Panhandle PBS. You know, with age comes wisdom, they say, and part of that is you get perspective. You know, when you're going through different parts of your life, you know what's happening to you. You know when you come across good people who are helping you and helping you move forward in your life, but you don't really appreciate it when it's happening. So now that I'm a little older and a lot grayer, and I've put on a few more pounds since whoever that kid was in that picture back there. But I can look back and really see and really appreciate all of the people who have had such an impact in my life, and all of the events that have brought me and Nikki and I to this place here today with all of you. And at the risk of boring everybody to death, to tell you a little bit about my life and the impact this place and these people have had on it. You know, I can look back and say there were three main events that, or occurrences or decisions that I made that really led me to where I am today. It started back when I was growing up making those videos. My dad owned the first video store in Borger, Texas, and he had a VHS video camera, and I'm sure I tortured everybody with that camera, just like I do today, taking it around and just documenting whatever I could. And I did that in high school as well, and I think I get my creative bones from my mom, and she's always been there to encourage me. And I get my sense of responsibility and my dedication to hard work definitely from my dad, who was a business owner for many, many years. In fact, it was my dad who told me, I graduated from high school, and he told me, he said, go down to the Borger News-Herald, walk in there, and say you're interested in a job. And I remember I was nervous as all get. It was the first of 2 job interviews I've ever had in my entire life. Was at the Borger News-Herald, and I walked in and I walked out of that interview as the sports editor of the Borger News-Herald. And it was a great summer, and I worked with great people. Laura Fry was my editor, and Don Rice, who is just a legend, who passed just a few days ago, and who will be deeply missed. Great guy, and I'm so glad that I had the time to work with him. But that led me to the first big decision I made in my life, and that was the decision to come here to Amarillo College and to pursue journalism. And I can very wholeheartedly get up here and say that I would not be where I am in my life today had I not made that decision to come here. The facilities have always been sparkling. The college is a great college, always has been, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't have good people inside of those buildings to guide you and to mentor you and to show you the way. And when need be, to just let you fly, to let you be creative, to let you be yourself, and to make mistakes. And Paul Matney, Mike Haynes, Nancy Crowley, Danita McAnally, they are the reason that I'm here today. So they got me that job at Channel 7 that turned into a career, that turned into a life. And after a few years, I made the second biggest and best decision of my life, the best decision of my life, actually, which was to marry that lady right there. We lived in Amarillo together, worked in Amarillo for a long time, and that day came 10 years ago when we decided, let's see what's out there. We'd always loved to travel, and we would travel every chance we got, and we decided, let's just make a life out of that and see what happens. We had no safety net, very little money, and certainly no plans or ideas of what was going to happen to us months or years down the road. But this one, she said, let's do it. And I don't know many people, many wives, anybody who would just commit to that the way she did. And so we did that, and it's been amazing. That was the third biggest decision in my life. Those three decisions, and that's why I'm here today. But it all started at this place and with these people, and I am so humbled, and I'm so honored to be among all of the names on that wall of fame. I still don't think I belong there. This college has produced so many. This program has produced so many distinguished, talented individuals. And so to be standing here and to be honored as one of those individuals is just, I told Leanne on Channel 7 this morning, it's ridiculous. It's just hard for me to imagine, but I am so grateful, so thankful to everybody, so thankful for all of you in my life and for everybody who's here. And as we move forward with Panhandle PBS and the show, which is really a dream come true for Nikki and I, we're so excited. We're so excited to be representatives of Panhandle PBS to the states, to this region, and hopefully to the United States and to the world. It's going to be a heck of a ride. We're looking forward to it. So from the bottom of my heart, y'all, thank you so much. I'm very humbled and very grateful, and I appreciate you all. Thanks.